what I'm saying is that, like, I just, as someone that has not done the PvE that I need to do to get my ring, I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world, to have to go out and do it. I just have not done it yet. And, like, I'm, a person that wants to PvP all the time and fight all the time.
Yeah, I would say if PvE it's like once, twice, or like 10 times even, it's okay. If you need to go to Bastion Stairs 10 times, it's more about that. For me personally, that if you want to have money, then you need to constantly do it.
Yeah, and that, like I said with Gunbad, like, I think I 100% agree with Lo on that. That, like, there should be a way to make money in PvP. So that, like, at least if you're winning, you're getting close at least to breaking even on,
at least offset.
on like medium range consumes. Like, if I'm using
sorry, go.
Like, if I'm using absorb pots, if I'm using health pots, if I'm using Linnies and an armor pot, right? Like, if I start using health pots that aren't just the 1500, then I'm gonna be in the red. If I'm using absorb pots as much as I would like to, I'm gonna be in the red big time. So I think that a way to make money that involves success in the campaign is a very good idea, and I'd love to see that.
What about it dropping, like, apothecary items from PvP kills? That way you're not just... That way you can technically make the gold yourself, or make the items yourself.
My idea was maybe, for example, crests. So there should be a trader who you could sell your crests. It also would be like an option, I would say.
Yeah.
You make PvP, you earn some
because
crests.
You can do that for, what? It's like health pots you can get, I believe, for Warcraft?
Yeah.
Area vendors? Yeah.
Especially like when you don't need these crests, it's kind of like I'm doing PvP just for the pleasure, basically. And I don't have anything from it because I have 22 crests laying around, and which I don't need at all. 22,000, sorry.
Well, I once bought a whole entire new set of Sovereign gear just to salvage it because I had so many crests.
Oh, well, you should. Okay, well, you shouldn't have done that, man.
What?
As a salvager, that hurts to hear because you could have saved a whole lot of crests and gotten more salvage pieces.
I know, I know, I understand. I understand. You're exactly right, but I did it anyway because I just wanted to say that I had like 50,000 crests with nothing to spend them on. Not like she's saying, I had nothing to spend them on, so I just did it. And you're right. I could have got Vank gear and got the same product, but
you could have gone common gear and got the same product.
So if you don't want to spend time grinding gold to buy the liniments and the potions that you need, how do you feel about having to grind for the mats to create your own?
Alright, I'm sorry. Before we get into that, let me say there's another aspect of this potion buying stuff and the need for gold that hasn't been brought up yet, and that is guild membership. If you're in a guild and you're paying guild dues, it's always been my experience that one of the benefits of that is supposed to be that in the guild vault there are the basic potions, basic armor potions, some liniments, basic health potions, all that kind of stuff that you can get without having to pay for them as a due-paying guild member.
That is
as a guild or as a member of a guild that does that, I would agree that if your guild has that ability, then yes, they should be doing that for those members, right?
My guild steals all my money through taxes, because taxation is theft.
Well, if you're in a guild and they don't do that, if you're paying guild taxes, and you're not allowed to go like get the basic lasting stand, the basic armor potion, or the basic armor potion, or the basic health potion. I mean, those things cost like 3 gold for a stack of 40 anyway. But the idea is, if you're in a guild and you cannot go to your guild vault and pick up stuff like that, then you have all the same benefits of not being in a guild at all. Why even bother have a guild if you're not going to do that for your members? I don't understand. And I'm not going to mention any names, such as the guild I'm in at the moment, because I wouldn't want to mention any names.
What is an acceptable guild tax then? Like you're talking about dues, right? And that's the dues you're talking about.
Yeah. Like every time I make every time there's a coin drop for getting a kill on somebody or whatever, the guild takes 30%.
Yeah, it's 30% of. Just so everybody understands how guild taxes works, it's 30% of coins that you loot from mobs and players, not from selling things to a vendor or to the auction house or to another player. It's only from drops.
Right.
I would like a guild tab that shows how much money each person has contributed to the guild through the taxes.
They have. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say there is a way to look at who has contributed and taken away from the guild vault.
Yeah, I'm talking just the guild taxes, because I'd love to see like just a running tally of how much gold the guild has stolen from me.
I have something I'm gonna bring up once you guys get to a slight stopping point.
I forgot the question that I asked. I don't. I asked if, since you guys don't like farming gold from PvE, how do you feel about farming the materials to make your potions and liniments? Because that has to be done in PvE. Yeah, no, it's exactly the same. I just wanted to see your.
That's very time.
Because like, there's no other way to get materials other than PvE.
I think that
craft your own stuff.
The people that are willing to do that, because no one logs in. I mean, there are some people that are like, I'm just gonna amass as much gold as possible. There's some people that play MMOs like that, but I think in general, like, the people that are doing the crafting and doing the farming should be rewarded with a lot of gold. Like that's basically, you're trading the time, like you're trading the work of farming for, giving them gold.
Yeah.
And that gold, like, they'll get, more gold for farming if, there's more gold in the supply, which will give them an advantage. So I don't think that you should have to farm your mats. I think that, you should just reward the people that are willing to. Because
I think... Go ahead, sorry.
Again, like, in MMOs, there are things that you don't want to do, but you have to do to get a reward that you want. And, like, that's, you can't just give everyone everything. And I think that, like, the people that are farming the match should be rewarded with a bunch of gold. Because they're doing the work that people don't want to do.
What if, how there's abilities that have a chance to cleanse an enchantment or a blessing from somebody? What if that could also remove the pot buttons? That way nobody has them and the world is a better place.
That would be a problem. Go ahead, Lone. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that it would be horrible. I spent all my money and then you remove it.
But then you,
like, I just
then
spent
you won't
40
have
gold.
then you won't have to spend any money on it. This is a problem. This is a win-win.
But then rich kids would bully me.
Rich kids.
I already do that. I'm gonna go do a gun bat later, and I'm gonna mock you for it. I'll be like, haha, I have 100 more gold than you.
But at least not in PvP you can bully me,
No, because you do mean things. Alright, so we've talked a lot about war camp stuff. We view it as an issue. A non-fun way to play the game that is becoming the way to play the game. Currently, Serge and I have talked about it. I think maybe Tommy and I have also talked about it briefly. But currently, the way it's set up, Tier 1 teaches new players this is how you play RVR. Because you used to not see it, you used to see it very prevalent in Chaos Empire. And you used to see it a little bit in Dwarf, in Ekrune, right outside Order Wargame in Tier 1. Because the cannon battery battle objective is right there. But now you're also seeing it in Elf, back and forth.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Were there movement abilities in the base game, or was the level 1, or, well, just recently, level 1 mount introduced for Return of Reckoning to give players a faster way to move around?
The mount was not in the base game. The mount was actually a thing that was added later to run from, I believe it was Sorcerer's Axiom to the War Game. Or sorry, not to the War Game. It was a thing on Chaos to run from Unshackled Host, from Sorcerer's Axiom to basically Wolf Siege Forest, because it was a long trek. So it was a pre-planned path where you interacted with an NPC, they put you on the mount, and it was basically a taxi, and it dropped you off.
So, I believe the original design of the Tier 1 camps were small because you didn't have a mount, right? You got into those zones in Tier 1 at level 1 up to level 10, and you were limited in your ability to move around, so they kept the zones smaller. Now we have mounts, so the zones being small has, it's easier to get around with a mount at 30% movement speed or whatever it is. I don't remember.
It was bumped from 25 to 35%.
So the zone size is what causes Tier 1 to be a war camp to war camp fight. At least in Nordland and Norska, like that's the worst one.
Just another try. I absolutely agree that the merge of insignias and crests was the absolute way to go. The scenarios, basically, if you were a off spec, you were forced to do scenarios to get your gear, and if you were main spec, you were forced to do RVR. Sorry to interrupt, but I think so. They actually made Tier 1 Empire Chaos smaller in the base game. There used to be, because if you look at Norska, there is a large section of the RVR lake that is actually in the Norska map, but there's no reason to go over there. There used to be a battle objective over there. And I think Elf, the way it's designed, there is a straight line between the two war camps that does not intersect with any of the battle objectives. I think currently it does Tier 1 sort of incentivize it, because there's not a whole lot of reason to fight over the battle objectives. Either you got them or you don't, and you're running resources, or you're not, and then people are still fighting in the war games. Well, provided people are in Tier 1.
Hi, someone want to tell me why I had to log off banginggrannies.com for this?
Tell Rocco if he insists on making lasagna, he will be bumped. Yes, all size models, but the skirt's not too short. Toxins? Who said that? Yeah, they can't be measured. And rejuvenization? Not a word. Tell Longoria's people that she can't plug her next film unless we get her within a week of GMA. Parakeet. Ernie? Weathercock? Seriously? The Plaza for Squash. I want Patrick Dempsey. Tell his people we'll run him in the first hour and he can talk about whatever his thing is. Tampa Bay, definitely local talent. And we've got to fix that soundboard. Find that 10 grand in the budget somewhere. The hair and makeup numbers, those were too high. So Colleen, could you share your hair person with Lisa on her days?
I'd
That'd
like
be
to
great.
talk to you
Great.
about that.
Okay, Asian baby, no teeth. Lesbian parents.
Oh, okay.
Did I miss anything? Oh, Paul. You're fired.
You're adorable.
Fired!